Hi, my name's Steve Large and I'm doing this video just to discuss the whole issue on judging people. You know, I hear and read so much stuff about we should be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that, and you know, it all gets very confusing. The way I explain it, or the way it comes to me, is I like to see everyone as a shopkeeper. You know, so I don't get angry if I go into a butcher's because they're selling bread. You know, I don't get angry because I go into the baker's because they're selling fish. This is how people's characters are developed. And we have to understand that everyone's character isn't our character. Our character and our belief system is made up on our internal representation and our perspective of the world, which has been formed over experience, our moods, our social surroundings, our family, our peers. You know, this is where we are with what we believe and our moral foundation. This doesn't mean that because someone doesn't believe what we believe or doesn't follow the path the way we choose, doesn't make them right or wrong. You know, everything is a matter of perspective. There is no right or wrong. You know, from everyone's perspective, they believe what they are doing is right. Whether that be what we believe or what the general masses believe to be right or wrong is a different matter. But from their perspective, it's okay. So once we start understanding that people don't have the same beliefs as us and the same moral foundation as us, this stops us from getting hurt. We get hurt when we help people or do things and expect them to behave how we would behave. Now, this is naivety on our behalf. This isn't their fault. Because if they behave the way they behave and they think they're doing what's best from their perspective, from what they've learned in their life, how can we get angry with them for being themselves? How can we judge them from behaving the way that they believe is right? We have to behave the way we do. Their behaviour and the way they conduct themselves is about their story. The way we choose to respond is about our story. So with the different shopkeeper context, it's about understanding that the person is the way they are. Now, if there's a person who gossips, and you know, that's their social surroundings, and maybe all their friends gossip, so this is learned behaviour. Do I go there and tell my secret? Do I go into their shop and tell the secret? The first time I go in and they may gossip about my secret, well, that's on them. They're a bit of a jerk, you know, for gossiping about a secret. But if I go back to that shop with another secret, I'm a bit of a jerk because I didn't learn not to go there. There may be a person down the road that keeps secrets. That's where I'm going to go to tell my secrets. You know, I'm not going to get angry because that person gossips. That's just the way they choose to live their life. You know, if I went and hung out in their circle of friends and I didn't gossip, I'd probably be known as that arsehole who does he think he is? He doesn't even gossip. You know, he thinks he's better than all of us. If I go to my circle of friends, my close circle of friends, we don't gossip about people or each other. So for us and our perspective, we wouldn't go there. That's not for us. That's not our tribe. It's about intelligence of understanding and learning who is who in the zoo. You know, if I put my hand in the petting zoo, that's great. If I put my hand in with the lions, you know, and I get bitten, that's on me. So we can't just expect everyone to be like we are. We have to know what each person's characteristics are about. We don't judge them on this. We just have to understand and accept. Because then we know where we're going to go for the information we need to advance our life to where we choose to be. We don't keep making the same naive mistake of going to the same people, doing the same behaviour, the same pattern, and then getting angry at them for being them, or judging them for being them. We accept them for who they are, and if we don't want any of that, we don't go to that shop. You know, if there's someone who has had a lot of trauma in their life and they're not ready to release that trauma, and it's a very violent upbringing they've had, so they're still very violent minded, they're in survival mode. Does that make them bad? No, it just means that that's where they are. Do I hate them? Do I ignore them? Do I walk past their shop going, I hate that person because they're not like me? No, I'd be polite. I will wave as I walk on by. I just won't go into that shop because there's nothing in that shop for me. So why would I go in there? I choose where I go, and I use intelligence of knowing who is who to know where I'm going to go, rather than using judgment and hating on people because they're not how I want them to be to fit my story. Well, I want you to behave this way because that suits me. Well, why should they? Why should anyone behave anyway that suits me? Who am I? That's ego, where you believe that everyone is like you. I'm perfect, so everyone should be like me. And they're not like me, so I'm going to judge them and cast aspersions on them because they're not like me and I'm perfect. What is that nonsense? That is ego. Everyone is where they are. And the minute you start accepting people are the way they are and accepting their characteristics and making choices based on this, it will start freeing you up from being reactive to everybody else's character around you. You will start responding and making choices that suit your purpose. You will surround yourself with people who suit your purpose. This isn't a bad thing, it's a choice. If you've got a purpose where you want to be in life, aim for that and surround yourself with the tools and techniques that you need to get where you choose to be. Why would you self-sabotage? You know, so I hope this has helped out a little bit. This is how I explain it to my clients. You know, it helps just give a little bit of perspective that other people conduct themselves based on their character and based on the story of them. You know, I don't get angry because someone else conducts himself a certain way. Another way of looking at it, if someone conducts himself a certain way and they upset you, that's on you. You need to heal why they've upset you. You know, their behaviour is their behaviour. It's not personal to you. So if they're going around and telling someone, you're a loser, you're a loser, you're a loser. If you've won everything in your life and you've already been told you're a winner and there's no trigger for you feeling like a loser, that person is just a guy or girl or whoever that calls people a loser. There's no trigger. There's no emotional involvement for you. So their behaviour is their behaviour. It's not personal. Now, if you've been told you're a loser all your life and you feel bad and you've got pain, maybe dad or mum said, oh, he's a loser, and there's an emotional thing, the person who is not personal, who's saying everyone's a loser, now you start disliking them because there's a trigger there for you and they're pressing that pain that needs to be released. So now their behaviour is a problem. It's personal. You don't like them. Where that person is just behaving the way they behave. The only difference is that you've got a trigger that you need to heal. We can try and get away from these people that trigger us as much as you want. You know, if someone's got 100 personality characteristics and, you know, there's one of them that triggers us, we're going to focus on that one that triggers us. And then we'll start disliking that person and judging them because they make us feel bad. They're not making you feel bad. You feel bad because you've got unhealed issues and there's triggers to that. They're just reacting or triggering that unconsciously because of their behaviour. Now, you can get rid of this person out of your life. And, you know, I've been there where you try and move away. But what happens is someone else comes into your life with 100 different characteristics and personality traits. And guess what? They've got one exactly the same as the last person. So before you know it, you're focusing on exactly the same problem, the same trigger in this new person as the last person. And then you go, God, why is everyone treating me like this? Why is everyone doing this? It's not these people, it's what you're focusing on because you haven't healed your triggers and your pain. So you're focusing on the part of them, the characteristic of them that triggers that. So it's on you to heal yourself and to understand people's behaviour and characteristics is about them. It's not personal to you unless there's something in there that's personal to you. If that makes sense. Anyway, I hope this has helped you to understand, you know, because once we start understanding who is who in the zoo, we know who to talk to about what. You know, everyone has got a purpose in this world. Everyone's got characteristics and traits that come in useful. You know, we just need to know who is who. Stop being egotistical and thinking everyone's like us. Stop being naive and thinking everyone's moral foundation is like ours, and start accepting people for who they are. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. Love and light. Keep shining wherever you are. Thank you. Bye.